Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to be working on the Corvette and getting ready to go to the track. So, top of the list of things to do is switch out that windshield. I have had a hard time finding people to replace this windshield. I've contacted like 8 different places. 2 of them said they were going to be able to do it in the end, but they've changed their prices. They've changed that they couldn't do it on site. So I found someplace local to me. We're gonna get the car towed there and they're gonna take care of it in the next couple of days. But in order to do that, I have to have a good battery so that they can start the car and drive it around. So we're switching it out with a golf cart battery, which happens to be the same battery. So that's interesting. But we're gonna get that switched out. And I also painted the rocker panels. I'll get you a closer look here in a minute, but I got those painted. We did a spray paint special, so it's looking a little bit cleaner, a little bit fresher. And then we're gonna get the car onto the trailer, get it strapped down, and we're gonna start preparing for this race day. It's gonna be Wild Wednesday. We're gonna go, everything we're doing today is getting the car in preparation for that, to pass inspection and to get some base quarter-mile times. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. I don't know if you can see, but I took these off, sanded them. They're a little dirty already. I only did it about a week ago, but I took them off, sanded them, replaced the hardware with stainless steel hardware, and after I sanded it, we did a primer layer of just flat black, and then I did a heavier layer of flat black paint, and then after that we did a gloss clear. And my idea is that if I did it matte, then it would kind of do a good contrast between flat and shiny. But then when I put that clear coat on, it just made it all shiny. So I should have done a matte clear, but that's okay. I still think it turned out better than it was before. So I was just about to throw the battery in, and this is the bolt that holds it in. It uses one of those old style clamp things. It'll clamp the bottom of the battery. Well, I checked the Wild Wednesday regulations, and it has to be a 3/8 bolt. And I have a 3/8 bolt, and this is the bolt that's in there. If I had to guess, it's a 5/16 bolt, which isn't going to cut it. So I have a 5/16 tap, or die, whatever you want to call this, and it seems to fit. So I believe this is a 5/16 bolt, and we need to have a 3/8 bolt. So another hurdle in the long list of things to go to the track. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, here is the official plan on getting the correct size bolt in here. We're going to be foregoing the 5/16 bolt, and we're going to be installing this 3/8 bolt. We have the correct tab here to hold it down, and we're going to be reutilizing this clamp. It kind of goes here, something like this, and clamps it down. And so we will have to drill and re-tap the hole so that it will take these threads, and then I think we will be good to pass inspection that way. All right, so here's the situation we got going on here. We got to make this bolt fit in there, and we should be able to pass inspection. This is a 3/8 bolt. Went to Harbor Freight, had to pick up a couple things. My tap holder would not be able to fit in this corner, so I got this thing. It's a ratcheting tap, and it should be able to get us the threads cut that we need. And then I had to go pick up a drill bit because unfortunately I broke mine at work last week. So Harbor Freight only sells them in in packs, so I had to buy a pack. So I was a little frustrated about that. Now we'll see if we can get this drill to fit in here. We need this as straight as we can get it, so that's proper. I'm gonna go grab a smaller battery so that this will fit more straight up and down. We don't want to mess up this hole, and I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with these battery cables because I don't want to get those caught in the drill either. Okay, well, to be honest, this is not what I was looking for, but I think it'll work. This is actually my grandpa's old M12 drill, and they didn't even make this battery back then, but I've been using it and I love it, and I think it's small enough. I think it'll get accomplished what we want to get accomplished. So I'm gonna spray a little more WD on there, keep it cool, and let's see what happens. Sorry if you can't see very well. I'm sure the back. Oh, well, that's not good. Well, I guess that solved our problem, didn't it? I'm gonna go look under the car, and maybe it's just a nut down there. Oh, that'd be great. And then I can just switch out the nut. I'm overthinking this thing by a lot. Okay, well, here's under the battery box, if I can get down here anymore. This is what came off. And by the looks of it, it's just a flat nut siliconed in there. So I'm wondering if I can silicone a 3/8 nut down there the same way, and then yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the same thing, or because we're not gonna be switching in and out in the battery, we can just put the correct washer and nut under there and just leave it. Okay, well, that was a whole lot of work for nothing, but I'm glad it happened. Learning some things here. We're gonna vacuum this out, and then we're gonna slap in the battery, and we're gonna get this tightened down so that once we slap a nut and washer on the other side, that should tighten that down pretty good. So while I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and connect the battery cables, and then we'll tighten down the rest of the hardware. If anybody wonders why everything takes me so long, it's because of stuff like this, where I think it goes one way and it's actually another. So like this, I thought I was gonna have to tap that bolt hole and make sure everything was perfect. Nope, it's just a nut on the other side. So I just went and bought all that stuff for that and didn't need any of it. If that's not a story of how my life goes. All right, so this is where it needs to be. And now let's go put a nut and washer on the underside. Hopefully y'all can see what I'm looking at here. Oh, I forgot a washer. I think it has one built in. All right, I'd say we're battery legal. I'm gonna tighten that down and then we should be good to go. This car hasn't been started in a couple weeks, so we're gonna see how the golf cart battery does compared to the Corvette battery. Ready? Not bad. There we go. All right, we're gonna let it warm up, and then we're gonna back it onto the trailer, or maybe I think we'll drive on straight. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have got the car onto the trailer. That was not easy if you saw any of that. this trailer is very tight. This is as tight as it can get, in my opinion. I mean, it could be tighter, but for my comfort level, it's a little tight. It's on there. I really didn't have to put the Corvette onto the trailer. In all honesty, it's close enough. I could have just driven it there. It's like 10 minutes away, but I needed to practice for this Wild Wednesday coming up, getting it on and off the trailer, making sure it was actually possible, or if I'm gonna have to rent a trailer, which I do not want to do. So that's it for today's video. I'll bring you guys back tomorrow when we drop the car off. Okay guys, it's morning. We're gonna take the car over this morning. They texted me last night and said that my appointment was at 2 p.m. on Wednesday, which we had not discussed, but the sooner it gets done, the better. I'm taking this piece of trim with me. I forgot I had it. It goes on the top here, along that top rail. If they need it, they have it, and maybe they'll want to use it because it's newer. But taking a video of the car. There's a tracker in it. The battery is all charged. Everything's good to go, and we're gonna go drop this car off. Hopefully everything goes good. I'm pretty nervous. Okay guys, we got the Corvette dropped off, and I am a little nervous about the whole thing. The car's dropped off, the guys seem nice, the people seem responsible. I'm not worried about the workmanship side of things too much. I'm more worried about the car getting stolen. It's in a rough part of town, and it is what it is. All I can do, I have an Apple AirTag in it, so hopefully we can track it down if it gets stolen. They said it should be done by today. If it's not and they have like a bunch of rust and stuff, then it will be ready for pickup tomorrow. Hello everybody, it is now the next morning. We have picked up the Corvette and they replaced the windshield. They had to do some rust repair. I asked them to send me some photos. They're sending me the photos here in a little bit, but I'm driving the Corvette home. I had my father-in-law drop me off. It's just a lot easier to drive the Corvette home than it is to put it on a trailer, unload it, the whole shebang. They said no car washes, no power washes for 3 days while the glue sets. And they said you can hand wash it, but I'm just gonna let it sit for a couple days. And in fact, I might actually park it in the garage so it's protected from the elements. It's been raining really hard, and we are all good to go as far as I can tell for pass and tech inspection for Wild Wednesday. I'm really excited about that. The windshield turned out pretty good. I think they bent the trim on the passenger side a little bit. I'll show you a better view outside the car, but this is what I'm seeing right now. Much cleaner, no cracks, very happy about that. So I'm gonna show you here in a second once I get home. Also, I'm running on E, so that's a little stressful. I hope I make it home. Okay guys, here we are back at the house. Here is the windshield all finished. As you can see, no more cracks, and the clarity seems a bit better. This side, I think they did pretty good. You can see there's not really any gaps along the trim up until you get here at the top. I did give them this black band to put on. This is a new trim piece. They were able to put that on, so I appreciate that. He did warn me that when he pulled this trim off, he's probably going to destroy this rubber strip here, so I was planning on replacing those, because also along the top you can see this is all chewed up, and this one also needs replaced. So I was planning on replacing the seals. Not upset about that. But on this side, this is my only thing I think I could complain about. On this trim here, you can see there's actually a gap, and you can see the edge of the glass. So I might look at getting a replacement piece of trim and trying to replace this myself. But towards the bottom, no issue. As long as it doesn't leak water, I'm not really worried about it. Okay guys, I think that just about does it for this video. Today's now Monday the 23rd. It's been a couple days since the last scene. We had picked up the car from getting the windshield replaced, and I actually just took it back today. I texted them, I had a little issue with the trim. I'll show you here in a second. It's right here on this side, on the passenger side. The trim, it seemed like there was a bit of a gap between the trim and the glass, so they just went ahead and backfilled it. It's not perfect, but it does the job. You know, you can no longer see the edge of the glass, and I'm not gonna get anything stuck in there, and it'll help keep the water from going back in there and rusting things out. So with that being said, the windshield is now good to go. The battery is now good to go. And I also just got a message a couple days ago from our winner of the flashlight giveaway. I hope you enjoy the flashlight. Thank you to all who entered into the giveaway. It was successful, in my opinion. We got a lot of comments, a lot of engagement in that video, and I'm thankful for everybody who's been watching. And hopefully in the next video, I'll be filming on July 16th. We're going to be taking this car to the track, and we're going to be getting some quarter-mile times. So if anybody's interested, I can make some more of these t-shirts and send them your way. It's just a cartoon that I made of the car and my username underneath it. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy, but I like subtle things, you know. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.